I was at the doctor's office for my annual checkup, and I was waiting in line to check in, but I realized that 15 people were waiting in line for the same department, the cardiology department. Why are so many people waiting in line? Well, the thought kept lingering in my head, and I did some more research when I got home. It turns out that heart failure has seen some alarming rates over the past couple of years, especially in younger groups and ethnic and racial minorities. But the real killers are silent heart attacks. When you wait too long when you have a silent heart attack, it can create prolonged heart damage and even death. And studies have shown that silent heart attacks can lead to ischemic strokes. And some existing solutions on the market are ECG scans, echocardiograms, BNPs, and blood tests, but they're not cost effective, and it's very inconvenient for the user to get administered, and it takes a long time to register data. There has to be a better solution to this. Hi, my name is Shivu Pratla, a 9th grader from Sheridan High School, and this is my invention, the W.A.T.C.H. The objective for this product is to create an easily accessible way to detect premature decompensated heart failure, but it has to be compact, non-invasive, and cost-effective. And lactic acid is a common biomarker found in many athletic biosensors for detecting anaerobic reactions. In my instance, I'm going to use lactate as a biosensor for detecting anaerobic reactions in the heart. Some materials I used were PLA filament, an Arduino Nano, ASC712 sensor, jumper wires, silicone molds, lactic oxidase, lactic acid, salt, and water. And for my procedure, I first created the microfluidic system. I made it in CAD, and then I created the silicone polymer by mixing the A and B compounds and let it rest for 8 hours. And then I completed my prototype by assembling all of the parts. For my first version, it was pretty light, durable, and user-friendly, but it didn't have enough space to hold all the electronics, and it was powered by an Arduino Nano to detect all the values. And for my second version, it was durable and had a lot more space to hold all my electrical compounds, but I realized that the Arduino Nano wasn't cutting it. It was so hard to detect all the values and read them and analyze them without going on a serial monitor on my computer. There has to be a better way. Well, there is, with Bluetooth connectivity. So I started using an ESP32 sensor, which has Bluetooth connectivity and can connect to a user's phone, making it much more user-friendly. And for my third version, I made a casing so that none of the electrical components would fall out, and it was still light and cost-effective, making only 50 grams of filament. And I used the ESP32 to make it user-friendly and make it easy for the user to analyze the data. And so for testing my product, I first created 10 separate jars with 20 millimoles of lactic acid to 60 millimoles of lactic acid to give me a huge range of data. And I also made some code in Python, and it enables the Bluetooth with the ESP32 and enables the ASC712 sensor to get the data every 20 seconds, and it compiles it over a range of 10 minutes. And here are some of the results. I collected around 50,000 data points, which gave me an accurate threshold of 13.09 amps to detect if someone has heart failure. And here are some sample tests I ran. This one is with 10 millimoles of lactate and 200 millimoles of salt. And as you can see, as soon as it hits that threshold of 13.09, it skyrockets, detecting a high prevalence of heart failure. And I also ran some cost comparisons with my product and others on the market. As you can see, the W.A.T.C.H is the lowest on the list, making it accessible to everyone, regardless of income. And I have also some limitations. Some limitations is that lactate is a non-specific chemical, which means that it can be produced during any muscle reaction. So the user would only have to be wearing a hot jacket or sweating without doing any exercise. And I also did some market research. According to SNS Insider, the heart failure POC and LOC device market was valued at $95.94 million US, and there's a rising demand for biosensors on the market right now. And as you can see, the global value of the biotechnology market is estimated to be $5.85 trillion by 2034, and has a compound interest rate of 13.6%. And the impact of this product is tremendous. The W.A.T.C.H is capable of saving millions of lives across the world, especially in third world countries where they can't afford proper healthcare. I also got a lot of feedback from experts. First, I met with Dr. Saras Chandra Villabashoya, and I met with him several times to discuss the viability and the theoretical concept of the product, and also forming strongholds with MGH and Brown University. I also met with Dr. Radhika Angara for the user compatibility of the product. And finally, I met with Mr. Kishan Rao, and we discussed the lactate oxidase in relation with the product, and we concluded that the silicone molds need to be refrigerated every night to make it viable because the lactate oxidase becomes unstable after 6 hours of practice. And for the future of W.A.T.C.H, I would like to create a publishable app on the App Store to make it even more user-friendly. And I'll also starting to do some human trials just starting June 26th this summer. Here are some of my sources, and thank you so much for watching.